Welcome back. We have a police department trying out a new tool for detaining people without hurting them, another example of what can happen with a mishandled gun, and an Alabama teacher's foolproof way to drop a few pounds. I'm Mike Morgan, down in Alabama. The Birmingham Police Department is checking out some new technology to help stop the bad guys safely, even for the bad guys, reports AL.com's Carol Robinson. It's called the Bowler Wrap 100, and you hold it in your hand, point it, and fire it, and a single Kevlar tether is discharged. Now the two ends of the tether come out first, hopefully one on each side of the bad guy. When the tether hits the bad guy, both ends wrap around him and bind him up. So for the officer, it's kind of like being a cross between Spider-Man and steer roping Guy Allen. Now proponents of the tool say it doesn't cause as much pain or injury potential as pepper spray and stun guns. Said BPD Chief Patrick Smith, quote, "The whole idea here is to create better options for law enforcement so that we can take people into custody even if it's just a diversion, so that officers can come in and take them into custody without injury or harm, particularly if there is someone suffering from mental illness," end quote. And if you search YouTube for Bowler Wrap, it's BOLAWRAP, if you watch video of it being used, then you will absolutely want to use it on your friends. Don't do it though, that wouldn't be cool. And speaking of non-lethal force, thank goodness that was the case when a Morgan County Sheriff's deputy accidentally shot another deputy in the jaw while they were storing weapons, reports the Associated Press. In this case, it was a baton round, like a beanbag fired out of a shotgun. The deputy at fault was written up and suspended 3 days without pay. Sheriff Anna Franklin said the guns they were storing had not been properly checked. The victim was hospitalized and released on the same day. Robbie Gibbons is a PE teacher and football coach at Homewood Middle School. Once upon a time, he weighed in over 400 pounds. And according to a story by AL.com's Mary Colurso, about a year ago, Gibbons found a guaranteed way to stop himself from overeating. He got himself stranded on a remote island in Indonesia. Now, this wasn't quite a real-life 3-hour tour gone bad. He managed to join the cast for the ABC reality series Castaways, something he said he did in order to lose the weight. This show wasn't so much about winning a game or not being voted off or anything like that. It was more about following the stories of the cast as they tried to survive, either by finding and helping each other or going it alone. Said Gibbons, quote, "It was truly a social experiment. They took 12 people from ordinary walks of life and said, let's see what happens. I knew what I was getting into, but I had no clue what I was doing. I'm not a survivalist. I was not a Boy Scout. I think I'm a figure-it-out guy, and I do have a positive outlook. Everything I did was basically on instinct," end quote. The series finale airs tonight on ABC. Gibbons, who's 44 years old with a wife and 4 kids, told Mary that he's now lost 180 pounds and tips the scales at 223. Well, thank y'all for listening. We'll be back here tomorrow. Until then, y'all come see us on the internet at AL.com.